Hey everyone, Tech Manager here. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to fix if you can't add a debit card to your Apple Pay or Apple Wallet. So let's get started. Now, usually this happens for multiple reasons. It could be the issue is that the card is unsupported, incorrect information, or issue with your iPhone or bank, which we're going to all address in this video with extensive troubleshooting. So very first thing is make sure that the card that you have is supported by your bank. Not all cards are supported, and that's only something your bank can tell you if it's from a bank or wherever you're getting your debit card from. The next thing you want to make sure that Apple Pay is available in that supported country or region. Sometimes certain region or country doesn't support debit card on Apple Pay, so you want to check that out. Next thing, you want to make sure that your region is correct that you're setting in. So in your setting, you're going to go down here and then look for general, and then we're going to go down to the option here for language and region. Very important that the region you select is the correct region. Sometimes if this is a different region than the card, it's not going to work, and the language as well. Now, after you have done that, the next thing to make sure that you have a good, strong, stable connection before adding the card. Usually Wi-Fi works the best. You can have cellular data as well. Sometimes I like to put my phone pulling down that menu in airplane mode briefly and turning off. It does a quick network refresh. And then you're going to try two different ways to add it to your Apple Pay. First, using the actual wallet app. So you're going to go there, click on that plus icon, and then go through the process to add it right here where it says debit or credit card, and you're going to hit continue. And then you can place the card where you can actually read the card, or you can enter the detail manually here. Sometimes if you have like this pin device thing, then it can actually scan it and read it, or sometimes you can just go ahead and enter it manually as well. If it doesn't have that option, you can enter the card info, make sure the name is correct. Very important, your name is correct. The other thing, the expiration code, expiration date is correct, which is back on your debit card or front sometimes. And then the security code, which is usually a 3-digit code, that is correct. And the most important part is a billing address. So if you have a billing address, make sure it's the same address that you get the bill from. You can check on your debit card account. Sometimes if it's a different account, it won't be able to verify it and then not be able to add the card. Now, another way you can do it is if you can't add it from the wallet app directly, you can actually go to your setting, and then from there on, you're going to go to Apple Pay and Wallet here. So we're going to go down here and look for Wallet and Apple Pay, and then you're gonna try to add it from here where it says payment card, add a card. Go ahead and try it this way. Sometimes for some reason it works through the setting app instead of the actual app, and after you add it here, you can see it appear on your card. So here you can see you can actually scan the card, back of the card, or where the numbers are, and it can actually get the detail. You can enter it manually as well. And a couple other things to check out if you're still having issues, then make sure your Apple account you're signed in correctly, but more importantly, you may need to set up a two-factor authentication on. So if you don't have two-factor, you want to go ahead and tap to turn two-factor on as well. Now, another thing you're going to consider is if your phone doesn't have a passcode, make sure you get that added, as it is a requirement. So passcode is a minimum requirement that is needed in order to add any card. So if you didn't set that up, you want to go ahead and set up a passcode as well. It helps with the Face ID and Touch ID, but that's not required. Make sure at the minimum you have a passcode set. Now, if you're still having the issue, the next thing you're going to go ahead and do is simply go ahead and just restart your phone. So what you're going to do is volume up in the side button, just press and hold, and then bring up the menu, slide to power off. You can pull down the top menu as well. There should be a power icon. Turn it off and then restart it. A simple restart will fix most software related issue. Now, next thing you want to check out is if you don't have any screen time restriction on your device. So in your settings, you're going to go to screen time and then content and privacy restriction. If you have this restriction on, it's important that you temporarily turn it off and then retry. And if that is the case, then you know it could be a screen time setting. There's quite a few settings around here. You can go through each of them and look for it, but generally I like to just turn off temporarily, add the card, and then you can always turn it back on. Now, if you're still having the issue, the next thing you want to consider is simply go ahead and check out your software. So in your setting, you're going to go to general software update and make sure you update the phone software. Sometimes if you're running an older software, because of the security reason, it's not going to let you add the card to protect you. So you got to make sure you update your iPhone software. Now, after you have done that, the next thing to do after you see an update, if there is an update, go ahead and update it. You're going to go into your main settings again. You're going to this time go to general, And then this time we're going to go to or transfer reset, and we're going to reset, and we want to do a network setting reset. Network setting reset just resets the network settings, especially if you're having any issues with the network. It will not delete any of your data, but an important step to do. Lastly, if none of this will working, try it in a bit, like in maybe 5-10 minutes or even a few hours, because sometimes Apple servers, again, have issues where there is outages. You can check that on their site by going to any site and then just simply search up Apple system status page, and then if you go down there and the very first link which takes you to Apple services, you can look at things like Apple Card, or there's Apple Wallet as well. So if you have all these services are available, make sure that Wallet is available. If it is not, you may just have to wait for Apple to fix it if there is an issue going on like an outage. And I hope this video was helpful, so please consider the like and subscribe button for more tips and tricks, and thanks for watching.